Yo guys, this is Jack C99. Welcome back for another brand new video. Guys, before this video starts, make sure to like and subscribe. And it helps the channel, it helps me out, progresses the channel's views as well. Guys, it has ended at Rugby Park 2-2. Not the start for Nick Montgomery. Indeed. As you can see, a bit disappointed because I backed the manager the whole way, but it's not the manager's fault. Too many bottle merchants in Hibs, and he needs to address that fast. It's going to cost us a lot for the rest of the season if we don't get rid of the bottle merchants. Hibs remain 10th in the league after a good positive start in the first half. Martin Boyle could have scored 11 seconds into the game, but with a one-on-one keeper situation, but keeper saved it. Now, as you know, Hibs did go 1-0 up over at OG after the Kilmarnock player gave us a goal. So that kind of boosted our confidence a bit, especially in the first half anyway. And then the game ended 1-0. We played really good attacking football. And we did look a supposed threat, and I wouldn't say that we played a terrible 45 minutes in the first half. We were alright. We set up well with a 4-4-2, but then as half time approached, Christian Deutsch had to go off due to a bloodied head wound. Don't know exactly what happened. I didn't quite catch it, but hopefully Christian Deutsch is alright, but it is an injury that needs to be taken with caution. So, not a good sign technically, but then Adam Lefondre replaced Christian Deutsch in the second half. Lewis Miller tried to close him down as much as possible, but then the rest of the defence wake up a wee bit maybe. David Marshall could have done better. He could have at least saved the shot for the first goal, but he didn't. So technically I wouldn't say the defence was really at fault technically, because the defence was really strong for good parts of the game today. So it was a bit disappointing, if you know what I mean. Like, you've put all that energy and that good team performance into going 2-0 up and holding on to that for so long. So I had a good feeling about the game, and I was like, right, we're going to win this. We're definitely going to win this. We're in a good position now. 7th in the league. We're away for the bottom 3. No. Because then it gets 10 times worse for Hibs, where Kilmarnock have a late equaliser with 10 minutes to go. And then I thought, no, it's alright. There's still time. We will get this game. We will win it. My dream didn't come true, so I was like, okay. And then it ended up finishing at Rugby Park 2-2. The only thing that's at fault in that game, one thing that's at fault, is there is still too many bottle merchants. There's still a couple of players there that have got previous managers sacked. There's still deadwood that needs cleared out, in my opinion. If you've got bottle merchants in the team, why play them? But apart from that, Dylan Vente and El Johan, Martin Boyle, a couple of other players had a really good game today. Dylan Vente was on good form, so was Martin Boyle actually. I was surprised at that. So he was on good form, and it was a good performance right up until we started conceding 2 goals for the game to end 2-2. But don't worry, there's still time this season. I'm sure we can work on this, and I'm sure we can put this game behind us and just take a deep breath and just hope Nick Montgomery gets what he wants and gets a win, because I thought he was going to get a win today, but you know what Kilmarnock are like, fight back. I'm not saying that Hibs really invited them back into the game, but we did do what we did. We went 2-0 up and then out of nowhere it ended 2-2. So there is a lot of people saying on Facebook, too many bottle merchants in the team. Nick Montgomery needs to address that before it costs us any more, because then once he does address that, we can then look at it and say, right, we've addressed that situation, those players are now dropped, or I don't know, whatever he decides. But for my opinion, David Marshall, I don't want to see him in goals anymore. I don't want to see him in goals anymore. It's just no right having him in goals anymore. He's not a good goalkeeper in my opinion anymore. Don't get me wrong, he dropped Hanlon, which is what a lot of Hibs fans have been calling for ages, but still got two of the players on that should be dropped as of now. And that's still to happen. However, we do have St Johnstone next weekend. We'll obviously be attending that game to hopefully hope for another good luck for Nick Montgomery that week as well. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's Hibs. Hibs always do stuff the hard way. We do know that, whether it's a win, lose or draw. But St Johnstone, we cannot afford to drop any more points. We need to start going up this league. It's the more frustrating thing is I am pissed the fuck off that Hearts have won the day and they're in the top 6 when that's where we should be. What's the odds of our rivals winning and us drawing? Like, it's just so annoying. It's like a curse. I'm serious, it is like a bloody curse. I know that's the only way I could put it, but it's like we're never ever going to try and get above Hearts, which I hope we do, because we've got a big month next month of fixtures. Hearts away, Rangers away, Celtic at home. 3 games that are going to be the hardest of the season, but we do need to win the rest of the fixtures this season, and it isn't going to be easy. Just for the record, when I say it's not going to be easy, it isn't going to be easy, because look, obviously we've still got St Johnstone at home, which will be Nick Montgomery's first ever home game as a manager, and then you've got St Mirren in the Viaplay Cup. Then you've got who is it we've got next? Then it's Dundee. Then you're just progressing as the month goes on to bring the month to a close. It'll be a more challenging month where it's Hearts away, Rangers away, Celtic at home. So you're looking at that and you're like, focus on September 1st. Hopefully get 3 points the last 2 league games of this month, and then that should kind of take us to where we want to be, because I'm hoping by the time we play Hearts we're in the top 6. Not in the bottom 6, the top 6. Because when we go to Tynecastle, we'll be wanting to win that as well. Because we're going to need a derby win to kind of boost our confidence even more. Once you reach the Old Firm, you can never get past them, ever. Considering we're unbeaten against Celtic at Easter Road, but that's not the point. We're yet to win at Celtic Park, we're yet to win at Ibrox. And in my opinion, the way Hibs are trying to get back to winning ways still is near impossible. And I think if we just try and find a way to get back to winning ways next weekend against St Johnstone, who haven't had a win this season yet, which usually when teams didn't get a win all season, they come to Easter Road, they destroy us. But I don't think that will be the case under Nick Montgomery. I mean, I would be saying that if it was Lee Johnson in charge, but Lee Johnson's gone. Okay guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I mean, I do feel bad on the Hibs fans that had to travel and watch Hibs concede 2 goals, but Kilmarnock are a new side, you've got to realise that, and it is a bit disappointing that we never got our second win of the season, but it'll come. And he needs to address the bottle merchants, because if he doesn't, it's not going to be a good season for us indeed. But it's a new manager, the new era hasn't kicked off to how we want it. Fully Hibs fans backing him the whole way and the team, and then we'll get there. And guys, make sure to like and subscribe, and spoiler alert, matchday vlogs return next weekend for Hibs v St Johnstone, hoping that it's a good performance. And come on the Hibees through and through, cabbage and ribs, and I will see you guys in the very next video. Stay safe guys, and a safe travel for all the away fans who are travelling back for Kilmarnock, and I'll catch you in the next one.